Hello, everyone. As some of you may know, I have recently started my own consulting business. I'm trying to focus on my passion, which is the Wi-Fi testing, and recently have established my own first Wi-Fi test bed, which is I acquired from Candela Tech. Basically, it's an isolation chamber. It's right behind me with the LAN forge that can simulate up to 58 clients, which capable of also capable of doing Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 6E. Today, hopefully, is going to be the first video in a series of videos about Wi-Fi testing and what type of services we can provide. This video is going to be more about the Wi-Fi testing in chamber and more for Wi-Fi products. This also can be applied to a live network where we can bring the LAN forge to the on premise and actually run multiple tests that will benefit the customer and provide some deep insights into the status of the network. What we're gonna do today is something called the port reset test. It's basically a stress test for the AP and the backend system. What we're doing today is we're having 38 simulated clients. They're all highlighted here in blue. We're going to be focused on the DCP time for those clients, and we're going to be focused on the connection time or like the no connection time for those clients, and for the Wi-Fi or layer 2 connection for those clients as well. The purpose of this test is to reset one station every second. So basically we have 38 stations. We're going to reset one every second. So every 38 seconds, all 38 stations should reset and come back, right? What we're trying to do is test or stress test the access point and the back end system that supports all the clients, right? Those clients will be doing ETLS, so they're gonna be authenticating against the radio server, and also they're gonna try to acquire the TCP server through my home router. So basically, in my setup right here, you can see there's two shell windows here. Basically, one is running a TCP dump on my home Linux server, which is basically running the Radius server. It's just an Ubuntu server, and the other one is also another Ubuntu box, which I use for my as my home router. This one is the DHCP server. So we're going to be looking at the incoming requests from the clients trying to acquire a new IP address, and also we're going to be looking at the requests coming from the AP trying to authenticate those clients against the Radius server, right? So first I'm gonna reset all the counters for those clients, and we're gonna run two flavors of this test. We're gonna run the first test with like no changing MAC. So basically all those clients, when they reset and they come back, they are the same clients, though they don't have they don't come back with a new MAC address. So from the AP perspective, it's just the same client who tried to roam and come back. And the second flavor is going to be more stressful for the AP and the backend system is when we change the MAC address. So we're gonna be asking the AP to authenticate a new client every second. Basically, all those clients, whenever they're gonna reset, they're gonna come back, and they're gonna come back with a new MAC address. So they are totally new for the AP and everything, and the AP has to treat them as a new a new client, right? So we're going to start with the first test. I'm going to start the test, and you can see immediately here there is the red bar, which is it's a count of how many ports has been resetted, and then you have the disconnect, how many disconnected clients corresponding to those resets. And we can see here the pink bar here that represents how many clients connected back compared to the number of like disconnect or reset. And we see here, like, the clients are a little bit behind here. One of the issues we see here is the DHCP time is a little bit high. Now at this point it is 1 millisecond, 1 second. It's 1,000 milliseconds. This is the DHCP time. But some of those clients now, after coming back and acquiring an IP address at the first time, the DHCP time now is like cut dramatically from 1,000 milliseconds to 50 and 40 milliseconds. So that's helping the clients to catch back, and connect faster. And we'll see, once this is run for a little bit of time and all the clients are resetted at least twice or 3 times, all the DHCP time will become more of very very low compared to how we started. And now you can see like the connected number of clients and the reset and the disconnect is almost identical, and like the clients are actually getting catching really fast with the disconnect and reset. And we can continue this for as many for as long as we want, until actually we're satisfied with that the system is handling all the requests. To be fair here, both of my boxes here, Linux boxes, like they really had really capable hardware. So I don't believe I can stress them enough with this level of resets and requests. But imagine if those resets were against a home router, and that home router is responsible for doing the authentication and doing providing the DHCP IP addresses. So you can imagine how many the amount of resources this will require and the stress that's gonna put on the system. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the test right now, and I'm gonna clear all the counters, and basically I'm gonna go back and choose the change MAC. So now every time we're gonna run this test, each client's gonna come back with a new MAC address, and that's will be considered from the AP perspective and the backend system as a new client. So, and then we're gonna try to authenticate that clients, give it a new IP address, and allow it to stay on the AP. So you can see here how the connect clients are really falling behind, and then like they try to catch up. It's very different from the first behavior we saw. And if we look at the DHCP time now, it is jumping up to like 1,000 milliseconds, or actually 1 second per each client, which is taking quite some time to catch up. Also, we can see here the no connection, it's getting really high. Like there is here, we see it's in microseconds. So there's 1,000,000.3 microsecond, which 1.3 seconds of downtime for those clients. And then now the clients is trying to catch back. Now it's getting much better. Like I said again, like my back system, the hardware for both the Linux server that's providing the radio server and my home router are like very capable hardware with like a gig connection. Like each one of them is running a gig connection to the switch. So there is abundance of bandwidth and resources to handle all those. But again, like that would be very stressful for like a small box running all those services in the same AP, right? If you're doing the radius server and doing the DHCP server, again, like we can still see here how the clients are like falling behind from time to time when they try to connect back, and that would be translated into a customer or a client who's like sitting there waiting on their connection to establish. Just basically the Wi-Fi just like sitting there for the client doing expecting doing nothing. But yeah, it's taking its toll on the system and the AP, and like everything is trying to catch up. So the resets is happening, but there is no connecting back. So the client is trying one by one right now. Okay, and it's coming back. They're catching up. So as you can see, this is one type of stress test we can run on a new product, or actually we can run on a network with more like tweaking and realistic scenarios where we would definitely change the number of clients that would reset and reconnect back. Basically, we can go for more of realistic time of like maybe 30 seconds to like a minute, and we can say that like, hey, every 30 seconds to a minute, reset 10 clients, and that would be equivalent to like a hotspot where people comes in and leave and move to another, like probably would be like simulate an AP in airport where like a lot of people just walk under the AP and like roam from one AP to another, and then you have like more new people coming in and so on and so forth. So again, this test can be adapted to an actual like real world scenario where you can test your system, you can test the AP, you can test the backend system as well. I hope you guys found this informative. I'll try to keep those coming. And again, if you think like the services we're providing is something of interest to you, please reach out and we can definitely figure out a test case scenario that fits your needs and your system requirement. Thank you.